What a great match number 19 we had last night, as it was Bangalore versus Delhi. You know what happened? If you don't know, hang on. Hi guys, I'm Akshay. Welcome to my new show, Over the Top. I'm going to take you on a journey which is going nowhere. Match number 19. Delhi Capitals versus Royal Challengers Bangalore. Royal Challengers won the toss and then they elected to field first. It's a very favorite choice in UAE because of the dew factor. It becomes really difficult for the bowlers to hold the ball. That's the reason they choose fielding first. So Delhi's batting started with two blazing openers, Shikhar Dhawan and Prithvi Shaw. It was a short time. Believe me, the kind of innings that he played yesterday, although he scored 42 runs, but the way he played it, fearlessly. It was as if, you might see a kid playing in the park. He has got nothing to lose. That's how Prithvi Shaw played last night. It was a fantastic innings, but he got out. Then Shikhar Dhawan, what I believe is he scored around 30-32 runs. He contributed to the total, but what I feel is he's still out of form. The kind of spark that he has, it's lost. I don't see it anywhere in UAE, but all I want is him to get back into that aggressive zone of attacking bowlers right from the first ball. If we can do that, then definitely Delhi Capitals won't be so reliant on the middle order and the lower middle order batsmen. Then came Shreyas Iyer, Captain Shreyas Iyer, who was the star in the previous match, but he couldn't do much last night as he just got out for 11 runs. But the kind of start that Prithvi Shaw and Dhawan had given the team, it didn't felt like a huge loss. It was compensated somewhere down the line. But all eyes were on Rishabh Pant, the much talked about keeper in the recent times because of his inclusion in the team, and he was not able to perform. Well, he performed last night. He scored 37 runs and those were quick runs. The kind of the flicks that he played, it was brilliant to watch, and he got out for 37. But the star of the innings, the real star of the innings, Marcus Stoinis. Oh my goodness, the way he handled RCB's bowling, it was top notch. He came in, he had to face some blows. He faced a blow on his hand. Okay, it was a beamer by Navdeep Saini, who lost his balance somehow, and the ball directly came and hit his glove. Although Saini was not at all apologetic about that hit on his hand, on the Stoinis' hand, I'm sure they might have lost some points in the fair play points that each team gets. But the response that Stoinis gave was absolute genius. The way he was playing, the next ball he hit Saini for 4, and then again on the leg side he was doing the same thing, and he was just caressing every bowler as if they are just local bowlers, although they are top class bowlers. RCB has got top class bowlers, but the way he handled them with so much of ease was a treat to watch. So as far as the bowling is concerned, Navdeep Saini, the strike bowler, he couldn't do much. He was pretty expensive. He gave away around 48 runs in just 3 overs in 18 balls. Imagine, he gave away 48 runs. That's not a captain's choice, and a captain wouldn't like that, although he will never say it on his face, at least on the ground. But I'm sure the captain was not happy with it, because he was bowling quick. Agreed, but the area that he was bowling into it's very easy for batsmen to just put the bat onto it and then ball will fly away to the fence. It was that easy. Well, on the other hand, Mohammad Siraj, who came in for this match, was really nice. He gave away around 38 runs, but he took 2 wickets. Isru Udana, another bowler, got 1 wicket, and Moeen Ali, again who was called for this match, the off spinner, he picked up 1 wicket. And then eventually Delhi had set a target of 196 runs, and now Bangalore needed 197 runs to win. You know what happened next? It wasn't a great start for Bangalore as they lost few wickets very early. Devdutt Padikkal, who was much talked about, couldn't do much. He got out for just 4 runs, although people had expected a lot from him to give them a good start, but it wasn't done yesterday. And then came Aaron Finch. He had a couple of lives before he got out because Rabada dropped his catch. Then 2 catches were dropped in the slips by Shikhar Dhawan. 1 fell short, 1 went above his head. And then we thought, it's his day, he's not getting out and people are dropping his catches. But then he got out very soon, and surely it was not his day. Then all the responsibilities fell on the shoulders of Captain Kohli, who came in next, and he batted fabulously. He took time initially to settle down, and then once he was there, he was going tom-tom everywhere. He scored 43 runs, but then he got out to Rabada. Somehow, that Kohli's attitude of, taking the match towards the end and winning it for team, at least winning it for team, taking the match towards the end is not something we associate with him. We associate more that with Dhoni, but in his case, he must have actually made sure that team is in a very comfortable position so that the people coming next to him in case should have a luxury of time to them. That was missing yesterday. And AB de Villiers, see, when AB de Villiers is in your team, everyone is talking about him and he has to perform. That is a psychological pressure that he faces. And definitely, maybe he was trying to play a big shot and then it was a skyer which Shikhar Dhawan took. But the way Shikhar Dhawan took that catch, it looked as if he just held it. He just held it, and it was not something that was bound to be caught because it went so high, and it gets really difficult. With the lights on, it gets really difficult to concentrate on the ball as it is easier to get distracted. But then he was out soon, and then on, there was no major contribution from the tail enders as they perished very easily. But Delhi bowlers did a fantastic job. The top-notch bowler Kagiso Rabada, I have to say, he was the real star of the match. Bowling 4 overs, giving just 24 runs. 6. The average of 6, economy rate of 6 is pretty good in T20 tournaments because the batsman is going gaga over almost everything. So giving away 24 runs and taking 4 wickets. The kind of attitude, the aggression, the game plan that he showed, presence of mind, most important. The way he maintained himself, his mind was absolutely genius to watch. The way he was bowling, mixing up, shuffling up with the pace, line and length, it was absolute pleasure to watch him. Akshar Patel too was really impressive. Okay, he bowled 4 overs and he just gave away 18 runs and picked up 2 important wickets. Well, definitely he is one of the most underrated bowlers, who's playing cricket and who's not mostly talked about. But I think one must consider his stats before getting him into any game because I just believe he is a regular T20 bowler, and see, for spinners to bowl in T20s, you need determination and you need guts, more importantly, because batsman is going to hit you, he is bound to hit you, and even in that situation, if you could bowl really well and if you could be way under the expected economy rate, I think he's a captain's choice. Nokia was too good because he picked up 2 wickets. He was fast and especially towards the tail, people, the batsman actually takes up a lot of time to read that pace, and if there's any movement happening, then it becomes really difficult. It's like icing on the cake. That's what was happening last night because they never let the Bangalore team relax, and that was the main important ingredient in their winning. And I think that's how Delhi won this match by 59 runs. They won this with a big margin, and I'm sure the captain Shreyas Iyer will be happy about his team. So that's all from this episode. Hope you liked it. Now you can also listen to me on Big FM as I'm giving the latest updates on the much awaited tournament that is IPL. So tune in after 7 PM and listen to the latest updates. Sunna mat bhulna.